Hi.
Hello,
Welcome.
and welcome to the Technically Speaking podcast. I am your host, Ethan, joined, as always, by the dulcet tones of Mr. Shay.
Hello, everyone. Help.
I found his Swiss Army knife from the last podcast.
My Hello Kitty bandages.
There's not enough of them.
No.
So now that things are back to normal, we'll continue with our regularly scheduled program of smart home things.
Yeah, can do.
Smart home things. So it can be quite daunting starting a smart home, as I know from this stage. There's a lot of stuff out there.
There is a lot of different software, a lot of different companies making smart home stuff.
Exactly. You don't know what is compatible with what, how to get things compatible with this. What do you really need in a smart home? What is the best way to achieve this? So today's podcast is going to mostly, I would say, a good 90% of it, or probably closer to about 75 if we're going from our running order, is going to kind of reflect around I would say there's two main ways to start a smart home.
Okay, yeah.
So we're going to talk a bit about that. You can take the role of the viewers in asking someone questions, maybe, because as you know what you would want to know about setting up a smart home, you can have that role. And then we're going to talk about some car gadgets, because I might be changing the car, and the best thing about the new car is the new car gadgets.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
that sounds like a plan to me.
Sounds like a great plan. So my first way to start a smart home, there's two ways to do it. There's the way I did it and the way that you will probably do it.
Yes.
So the first way is keep it cheap and cheerful. I would recommend this way if you are someone who is doing it for the first time themselves. So like I was, no one was really into smart home around me.
Yeah.
You weren't into smart home, and no one really was into anything like that. So what I did was I had a tablet because I bought a raffle, but got the tablet, set it up in show mode. We could probably do a wee bit of a tutorial on that, because I did a wee one on my Instagram, but it wasn't great.
Yeah.
And we're looking for short form content, so
yeah, we could do a little showcase on that.
We can do a wee showcase on that, but essentially then you charge it up, and you have your Alexa base there, and then depends what you want to do. So say you want to be able to control the lights in your house and the blinds. That's once you have those two functions, that's 90% of a smart home.
Yeah.
Maybe throw in a smart thermostat, and you've got
you've got most of the work done.
Yeah, that's most of what you need a smart home for. The next step would be, after you've set up your wee tablet in your one room, probably for now, especially because the tablet's so mobile, you just keep it round, sort of, you could put it in the hall if you wanted to, or if you're like me and you're just in a single room, put it in the room.
Yeah, makes sense.
And then, so my first step personally was to buy smart plugs, because my original want for it was to be able to turn my computer or TV on and off. So did my research. Miros, I think I'm saying it right. Miros. Yeah, phenomenal company for smart home stuff. Recently have started doing Apple HomeKit compatible ones.
Very nice, yeah.
So I got their six port extension lead with 4 USB ports, and you have independent control of that, so I'm able to turn off that and all.
Oh, okay.
So I can just choose to turn on one light, choose to on the one thing.
That's nice. Yeah, it's very nice.
So you could throw a couple of them about, and then it's all run through the eHome Life app. And then once you set it up through your Alexa skills in the Alexa app, you sign into your eHome Smart app, and that's it. It's compatible with Alexa now.
Away you go.
Yeah.
Nice. It's good, handy.
Cheap,
easy
cheerful.
Yep.
There's other things. So I haven't got any smart blinds, so I don't know what to recommend. But if that is essentially how you would go about it, is you get do a bit of research. A lot of them are the same apps as well. Even ones that aren't. What is the app that I found quite a lot of them are on is eHome Life. eHome Life has a lot of the...
eHome Life.
Yeah, it has a lot of the ones you would find on Amazon on it.
Yeah.
So you would hook them up to that, and then it's just a matter of signing in through your Alexa skills straight away. You're good to go.
That's handy, yeah.
And then,
super easy.
You know, if you want to have something a bit more permanent, an Echo Dot.
Yeah,
Always on sale.
Yeah, always on sale.
If you follow me, they're all, I've posted like 7 times since the start of the year. Yeah. They're always on sale.
It is insane. I even get emails from Amazon, even though I'm never on that section, saying, hey, these are on sale for like half price.
Yeah, it's a great deal. I paid 20 quid for mine, normally 70.
There you go, yeah.
Yeah. So, and then, like, that's what I use. I'm still at that stage. How I progress is now integration with the rest of my tech.
Yeah.
I moved, as I said, to the Dot. So I have a Dot at one end, the tablet at the other, so that I can have all bases in my room, no matter what can be heard. I did that mostly because where my Dot sits, it's right next to the TV, so you can't hear. It can't hear very well, so sometimes when I'm at the other side of the room.
Yeah, okay.
Generally, that shouldn't be an issue, but it's just personal for me.
For your voice activation, it's a bit annoying when the TV's on.
Yeah.
Makes sense, yeah, I could see that.
Yeah,
I could see that being a problem.
That is the first step. You know, it's cheap, which means that if you go into it wholehearted, you know, you can kind of dip your toe in the water, so you're not spending ridiculous amounts of money on something you don't know if you're going to want to continue and do a lot with. Yeah,
there's no point spending thousands on something you might actually find you have no interest in
or
no need for.
Or you think to yourself, God, like, this is terrible. Like, I hate it having to set this up. Where if you're someone like me and really enjoy it, you could get a taste for it, and then you realise, look, this is something that I would really like to, you know, like, get into.
Yeah, then you start throwing some money at getting the upgraded stuff. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, like, there's no, and it's a progression thing. There's no need to jump.
Start small, work up big.
Exactly. And then the second way I would say that there is to start building your smart home, which is the way I'd recommend for you, is I would skip the Alexa step for yourself. Right. Because like, you have access, you have my phone number. Yeah. I will be able to help you set things up.
Yeah. I have a technical support person on call.
Well, not on call.
Only sometimes.
only when I'm interested. Whenever, say you go in and you go, this is not for me. Amazing birthday present for me. Sort it straight away. You know, so I would recommend for you, especially with your Google phone, go straight into the Google ecosystem. Yeah. And it would, you know, and then, so you might want, but the beauty of that, go straight into the Google ecosystem, cut there, and then we'll go from there. So the beauty of starting with the Google phone is you can start a lot of the Google operating stuff just from your phone. You don't have to make the investment of a hub.
Right, okay.
Again, I might be wrong with this because I don't have much. I would be more experienced with the Apple HomeKit and the Alexa. But I think you can run most stuff through the Google Home app.
Okay, that's handy, yeah.
Yeah, so the hub would really just be
an extra add-on.
It would be an add-on, and so that you could use your smart home stuff while you're away from the house. So, because how it would work is that you send information to the hub, and the hub sends it on the same Wi-Fi network.
Yeah, to sort of distributes it.
Yeah. So you could easily start with just your phone if you had like an old like Google tablet or Samsung tablet about. Yeah. There's a new one coming out which looks pretty good for it. Okay. I'll have more information on that next week as I research into it a wee bit more. But, you know, we handheld tablet while you're away from the house, and then when you come in, you set it in a dock, and it's your smart home hub.
That's nice. You can use it while you're out for normal tablet things. Whenever you're home, pop it in the dock, and it's a smart home.
Yeah, it's your smart home hub.
Yeah, awesome. I like that.
And so like that would be, I'd say, a good thing for someone like you. There's the Apple side of it as well. Apple is a wee bit different because you do need the hub to actually make it. I definitely know that. Right, okay. But your hub can be like an Apple TV.
Yeah.
A MacBook, you know.
Yeah. There's a lot of options to what your hub can be.
And Apple is a lot less complex when it comes to smart home things.
Oh, okay.
In terms of getting all set up, because it's all through one app.
Oh, yeah.
One app, you scan it straight in. Then there is more complex things like the stuff I'm going to do, which is Apple home bridging.
Right, okay.
Which, so saying, Google stuff isn't made to Apple certification. Just using this as an example. So it's not on Apple HomeKit. More likely they don't want a competitor to have access to their stuff.
Yeah, makes sense.
The Apple Home Bridge, you connect to the Apple Home Bridge, which is Apple HomeKit compatible. It controls that. Your hub controls the home bridge. And then, so you have access to all of the stuff.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so a few extra steps, but yeah.
A few extra steps if someone wanted to do that, if someone was really into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that would be there are the three main ecosystems. To start out, you can either go Alexa. I would really recommend doing Alexa for most, 99% of people. Get the Alexa on sale, or even get the tablet on sale, and pay for the added one, because it will really make a difference to you.
Yeah.
Because you're not used to it as a tablet. You get that set up to be your hub. The tablet is, we'll have a more in-depth video of this, but it's basically just setting up the show mode and having Alexa wake word.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's super simple. You can even buy yourself a wee Amazon Basics tablet stand like I had.
So yeah, Amazon sort of cheap and cheerful.
Cheap and cheerful. Dip your toe in the water. It's compatible with everything because Alexa is 99.99999% because Alexa is the original sort of
smart home, yeah,
big
hub.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, actually, that makes sense, yeah.
So everything's kind of with that in mind. The Alexa app itself isn't great, to be honest. It leaves room to be desired. It's not like when you look at the difference in the Apple app and the Alexa app looks quite cluttered.
Right, okay.
But it's functional. It works.
Yeah.
It's compatible if anyone has a Roku TV.
Okay.
It's compatible with a Roku TV. I can't say the same for the other two.
Right, okay.
Google might be because it's Android, but Apple is not.
Right, okay. You know for certain Apple isn't?
Yeah, because I think it's only compatible with Apple TV.
Oh, okay.
But if I can...
well, that makes sense for Apple.
Yeah. It's their ecosystem again. But if I show you here, Shay, so this is the Alexa app here. We'll maybe put some screenshots and stuff like that, but it's a quite chaotic, you have your different tabs. It's quite
yeah, okay, yeah.
And then if we compare that to, say, the Apple Home.
Oh, yeah. It's so clean.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's very, obviously, I don't have much here as I do in my Alexa app, but it would just be that's it. It's very clean.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Very.
So you'd recommend Amazon's hardware, as in the hubs and stuff, but Apple's software?
Oh, Apple's software is amazing. Google's software is amazing.
Yeah.
Amazon's software is functional.
Yeah. Cheap and cheerful.
It's cheap and cheerful. It works stellar.
Yeah. It might not look the prettiest, but goddamn will it work.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. It works fine. It's more an aesthetic thing, it's not even a limitation.
Makes sense, yeah. If you can deal with the looks of it, it'll work just fine for you.
I'm rarely in that app.
Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah.
So, whereas if you're in Apple, you'd probably be in the app more because you control it for your phone.
Yeah, exactly.
So, that's somewhere they don't really need to invest because everything's done through the hub.
That's fair enough, yeah. I'd say that.
Do you have, what would be your number one concerns with starting a smart home?
Number one concern?
Yeah, what would be your questions?
So one of the questions I probably have is, any of the software, Alexa, Apple, and Google, does any of them do something that the rest can't? Or maybe one of them can't do, but the others can? So
the answer is yes and no. They all have different strong points, and they all have different, what works for me might not work for the next person.
Yeah.
So the strong point of Apple and Google is, if you have an Apple phone or an Android phone, by far will have more integration. So you with your Pixel will have far more integration with Google and the rest of your tech than I would if I had a Google smart home with my Apple phone, or I have with my Amazon Alexa. By the way, terribly sorry for if we're setting off anyone's Alexa.
Alexa, play Despacito.
In terms of if you're wanting, you're a big man for the audiobooks
Yeah,
and listening to
I would
Audible.
need. Yeah.
By far the easiest device to do that on is the Alexa.
Makes sense, yeah. Owned by Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have different strengths. Apple is very concerned by privacy, which means that not every device that you see out there will be compatible with Apple.
Yeah, they have to pass tests
Yeah,
to get approved by
I've talked
Apple.
about it a wee bit, but
yeah.
you can get around it with the home bridge, but for an average person that might not be worth it, so that might be Apple out because it's too limited.
That makes sense.
Google's strength is Google makes a lot of... Google and Amazon, more so Google in my opinion, Google makes a lot of smart home devices themselves. So you have your Google cameras, your Google smart thermostat, so that's straight away,
Yeah, they're basically plug and play.
Yeah, but more that security, like if I have a Google Home and I don't know what's compatible with it or not, if it's a Google thermostat,
it's compatible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that like peace of mind. Same sort of stint with Amazon with their Alexa. Like the Ring stuff will be amazingly compatible with the Amazon Alexa simply because it's owned by Amazon.
Yeah, exactly.
It's always
it's meant to be a part of that ecosystem.
Yeah, so it's more so what you want to get out of your smart home. So my philosophy has always been give more options to do what I need.
Yeah.
So for me, what I would want is something compatible with my phone, my other tech, so that I can do it whenever, whatever I want.
So the obvious choice for you was Apple.
Apple.
Yeah.
And then if I would rank them for me personally, for my needs, Apple would probably be number one. Alexa's number two.
Yeah.
And Google's number three. The reason for that is Apple is very compatible with my ecosystem because I am someone who is quite deep in the Apple ecosystem.
Apple product, yeah.
Yeah. I am knowledgeable and willing to do an Apple home bridge, so that limitation isn't there for me. The added privacy is something that I would enjoy.
Yeah, it's nice. Makes you feel safe.
So as I was saying, Apple HomeKit is compatible with my rest of my tech. Added privacy, and I'm willing to do the home bridge. That is the main reasons why it would work perfectly for me.
The limitations for the Apple, because you're having the knowledge to do the home bridge, is massively less than what it would be for a normal person.
I would consider myself a hobby. Like this is my hobby, so I would enjoy.
Yeah, you'd enjoy setting up.
Yeah, and like I get a great sense of reward and stuff with doing that. So like that's more a treat for me.
Makes sense, yeah. Compared to a normal person who might not enjoy setting up.
Daunting.
Yeah, this is complicated. It's going to be annoying. I can't be bothered.
Yeah,
I'm not going to do it. Whereas for you, you would see more from the enjoyment part.
Yeah,
because it is your hobby. You enjoy doing this sort of thing.
Yeah. And then Alexa's number two for me because I don't use an Android phone. It's cheaper. It's widely compatible. It's what I use now.
Yeah.
I also enjoy... I'm a student, so my Amazon Prime is a lot cheaper, which means I get access to a lot of music for very cheap. And I use the Prime anyway, so it's something that's compatible with that. I have Audible. I love Audible, listening to the audiobook, so it's compatible with that.
Love a good bit of Audible, mate.
Exactly. It's fully compatible. Google would be the bottom for me because in my situation right now, I don't own my home.
Yeah.
So the smart thermostat, don't really need cameras, don't really need. It's more my room. And because I don't have an Android phone, there's not a lot of integration for me. So just...
Yeah, absolutely.
That would be my rankings for me, where your rankings would literally be flipped around.
Yeah, mine would be Google, Alexa, Apple.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. It depends on the person. Depends what you're after, what devices you already have. Because as you said, I've got the Google Pixel 7. I'm already halfway there.
Yeah.
That's most of the fight already done. I don't even need a hub. I can just download the app and I'm pretty much good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, another question I've got for you is, you've sort of mostly hinted at it during a couple of the podcasts. What does your current setup actually do in your room? And also, what sort of improvements do you think you'll be making to it in the future, if anytime soon?
So the long and the short answer is it just makes my life easier.
We love that. We love that.
So the main function for mine is I have 2 sockets in my room, right?
Yeah.
In terms of plugs, 90% of my tech is on one side.
Right.
So from running that through a smart home, I can control. So I have automation. So like I can tell Alexa to turn on my monitors, my computer, the charging pads, the chargers, everything I need while I'm, like at my desk. My TV is also on that side of the room, just above my desk, so I can turn that on and off.
Yeah.
The reason I went for the Miros one was independent control of each plug, because I don't need.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That is really cool. Because even in my current setup, I have that big massive power block below my desk where we're currently sitting, and half the plugs I don't use on it. It's just sitting there wasting electricity. Like some of the plugs I just don't use.
Yeah.
So that would be cool to have. So
yeah. Because I always had that, and that was my main thing with the smart home. So like where you can achieve what I have, you can achieve turning on, say, your setup with a normal extension lead and one smart plug that would turn on, say, all your stuff for your computer.
Yeah.
I want it, because my TV, my lights are also plugged into that. I wanted that independent control, of each one. And then also automations are also very helpful. So it is in 3 minutes time, when it officially hits sundown, my lights will come on.
Oh, right, okay.
Now, the next upgrade I would want to that is something to close my curtains and blinds. So the lights turn on, curtains and blinds close.
Yeah.
That would be an upgrade for that. It's in my Amazon basket.
Oh, okay, right.
Along with $2,000 worth of stuff.
Oh, dear God.
Yeah. Well, it's in my save for later,
Oh, the ones you never buy.
Yeah, the ones you're like, that'd be really cool.
I've got like 40 of them.
I have like well over $2,000 in my.
That's impressive.
Exactly. I'm a big Amazon man. So yeah, it would mostly be, so in terms of immediate upgrades, I have got my old Miros plug, which was 4 plugs.
Yeah.
Back. So I'm going to see what I could do with the other side of the room. It's mostly it's the side with my bed, so my charger for my like Apple Watch and things like that.
Uh-huh.
That would be, so looking at seeing what I could do with that. There's so probably some kind of light on that side of the room, because where I have a wee lamp that's not smart at the moment, and there's no way to make that lamp smart because of how it turns on.
Oh, right.
So I would looking at maybe some lights for that side of the room, so that because when they're on, the room's perfectly lit up.
Uh-huh.
So, and the one on the desk is fine, because it's, and then what we in Northern Ireland call the big light.
The big light
is not smart at all, because I don't need it to be.
Makes sense, yeah.
So the next major upgrade will be moving probably to the Apple ecosystem.
Yeah. You're going to switch across?
I think I will, because it's just so...
As you said, you're doing the home base or bridge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, theoretically, my setup now, I could fully move over. I would probably get a different extension lead just to fully get it. A HomeKit compatible one, just so I can fully have that, and then I would have a spare, which once I start messing, it's just so that I don't have to get the HomeKit straight away and do everything, all at once. It's more a progression thing.
Yeah, I got you.
I would definitely say that's probably a better way to go when it comes to like smart home. And then, the next step of integration will be with an iPad in my car. I'll be able to control my smart home from my car, can get that set up. It's just more about giving me different ways and different places to control what I already have. Because I'm confined to a room, there's not much I need to do. It's mostly just so that I can control.
Mostly small things.
Yeah.
In the room. Yeah.
If it was a whole house, there would be things like a Roomba.
Yeah.
Would be very helpful.
A lot more to do, yeah.
For there, I'd go for Dbot.
Uh-huh.
Very good. They would mop the floors as well and self-emptying, which is a big thing for me, because I could not be bothered to empty them every 5 minutes.
Fair. Can you get a little robot that washes the dishes for you as well?
No.
Oh. Elon, what are you doing? Rockets that land themselves? Pfft. Guess a robot that does the dishes.
He's working on a Tesla bot. That was like a rumour from like years and years ago.
Oh. Good for it.
Yeah. So maybe when it comes out, you can get one to wash the dishes.
Oh. I'm interested.
There's also a dishwasher.
Oh, that is true. That's not a proper robot though. It's just a machine that sprays soap. It's like a car wash but for dishes.
And water.
I don't need water. Just soap. That's all you need.
So
That's all I need. Just very liquid. Very liquid as a sponge.
in the dishwasher. You do the sponge in the
I
dishwasher.
wash it myself in the dishwasher. Just pull it in there.
No, I thought you were just going to throw the sponge in and hope as it like flailed about. It wouldn't even flail about because there's no water.
Usually I just throw it in the washing machine.
You're definitely the type of person to in the future to have disposable plates and forks.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. No doubt about it.
The fine china is like the spork that you got from KFC.
So a lot of your smart home stuff is just to make your life that little bit easier. A little bit
Yeah.
more comfortable whenever you come home.
Yeah, just a little bit more comfortable. Like I can come home. One of the automations I've set up is you can do more with sensors and stuff, which is something I'd be interested in. I am the tip of the iceberg. If you want to see what like phenomenal smart home stuff you can do, I would highly recommend B Turner or Brent Turner on TikTok. He does some phenomenal stuff with his smart home, including a bed sensor. So when he gets out of bed, it makes him a coffee. This is the peak that I would like to become. Phenomenal stuff. I would highly recommend if you want. I'm just the sort of tip of the iceberg. So like you could set up a sensor. Currently I say Alexa, I'm home, and Alexa goes, welcome home, turns on the light, turns on the TV and plays some music.
Okay, nice, yeah.
You know, it's or, you know, like I could say to Alexa, you know, set up one that would be like, Alexa, you know, it's time for me to do university work, and it would turn on my computer. Turn off the TV, say. You
Yeah,
know,
okay.
or the one I have, whenever it hits sundown, the lights come on.
Yeah.
So that I can see. Or in the morning, I would go, good morning, Alexa. Lights turn on. It starts telling me about the weather and the traffic of the day. Plays a wee bit of music.
That's cool, yeah.
You know. Or a great way to use Alexa as an alarm.
Fair enough.
You
Yeah, I like the weather idea. That's quite cool. You don't turn on the TV, go to the news and see what the weather's like.
No, I do have that. It is.
Yeah, okay.
I use it often enough. It was more in the winter because now I don't need to really dress for the weather
Yeah,
because I know it's not going to probably rain.
yeah. Well, you live in Northern Ireland.
I live, yeah.
You live in a place called Coleraine.
Don't date us. Yeah. Oh, but it also says in my watch, to be fair,
Yeah.
when it's going to rain.
Yeah, it's not like the weather's that far away from you anymore. Every time I open my Google Pixel, it's like, it's raining! Everybody guessed it.
It says in the corner of. Oh no, it doesn't. Oh no, it
Oh,
does.
it does, yeah. 9 degrees and cloudy.
And apparently it's
Celsius for all those non-us people.
it's a 70% chance of rain in the next day as well.
Yeah, that's about right for us. Going.
To be fair, Apple has the best weather. I think it's the most accurate. Taxi. There is actually some experiments. It's like a taxi driver versus like Google Maps.
I've seen a couple of those. Yeah, I've seen a couple of the thumbnails.
Yeah. Don't know how it would do. It would be pretty.
I think it would really depend where you're at.
Yeah, if it's a city, definitely a taxi driver.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it will be able to judge. Although the traffic at that time, but Google's able to tell you what the traffic is.
Yeah. But the other thing I think is if you're in a small town or village and Google might not have all the roads on it.
Yeah.
I know it has lots of roads. It's very hard to not find a road on Google Maps, but it might not know this one back alley that leads exactly where you need to go, whereas the taxi driver who's been doing it for 40 years goes, oh, I'll take a route every day and go straight down it. Yeah. So, I think you're right. It really depends where you're at.
Yeah. Apparently, there's some major updates to Apple Maps supposedly incoming with 3D modeling as well, which would be useful.
3D modeling? Okay. Very nice.
But for now, I will still be using my Google Maps. The thing that frustrates me with Google Maps is because Audible is owned by Amazon, I can't have it as an overlay on my Google Maps where I could have Spotify. So I could listen to a fantastic podcast.
Oh, really?
But I can't have my audiobook.
Well, I never knew that.
Yeah,
Right,
frustrating.
okay.
This is the only the stuff you realise when you have to do like a long distance drive.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
with
yeah.
this stuff open and it's very, very frustrating. Waze allowed me to do this. Did you ever hear of Waze?
No, never heard of it.
So Waze is like Google Maps' little cousin.
Oh, right.
Owned by Google. It doesn't have the lane thing, which is why I don't use it.
Right.
But it'll tell you where like speed cameras are, where the police are.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Stuff like that, what your speed you're doing, what the speed limit is. Things like that, you know, but I don't know, I've heard like stories that it's not as great with navigation, and I don't have the confidence in my own driving and navigation skills.
That's fair. Yeah, no, I don't blame you. What if you could split screen it on a tablet?
That's why we're getting the iPad.
Yes. Google Maps on one half, Waze on the other.
Just to see.
Sorted. Oh, cops up ahead. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
I'd absolutely do that.
Do that every day of the week.
Damn right. Google Maps tells me where I'm going and Waze tells me where the cops are.
To be fair, I'm not a big man for speeding.
No.
You'd probably be quite a slow driver though.
Tells me where the cops are. They're right behind me. Oh, shit.
Hey, boss. Plus, in Northern Ireland, anyone who gets caught by a speed ban, it's a miracle, because I was driving home from Banbridge, Belfast. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Driving home, I was coming up and literally, like, 4 cars I passed, there was a speed ban, there were 4 cars I passed, flashing the lights like crazy.
I don't know. Oh, absolutely, yeah.
There is not a country in the world that is more against speed bans.
Absolutely, yeah. Even though I only drove for 2 weeks, I'm on our plates. I'm not speeding, but people just absolutely slapping that like button
to make sure you got and they do it like constant. It's like not just like a quick da da da.
Like their life depends on it.
Yeah,
like they're sending Morse code.
I remember driving to work and I seen a tractor. Like this is like 2 years ago. No, a year ago maybe.
Yeah,
2 years. Driving to work and I seen a tractor driving along, and what, like one of the car, like 3 cars behind the tractor flashed their lights like a couple times at like my queue of traffic.
Yeah.
Because it was in like an area where the speed limit dropped from 60 to 40.
Right.
And it's because there was a police car like 4 things behind them.
Oh.
Stuck in the traffic. And I was
like... The police car was driving behind him and he was still flying. That's amazing. To be honest, I'm surprised I haven't seen a police car tell other people that there's another police car behind them.
There's a speed camera coming up, boys.
Speed camera up there, lad. They're down.
Take it back.
What speed are you going?
No. There's not a country against speeding.
Not at all. No, I've never seen anything like it. At like dawn. Sorry, not dawn. Dusk. Whenever it's semi-dark and the lights are fully on and all. The amount of times you just get flashbang is amazing.
Stress, though, of not knowing when to put your lights on. Because I don't have an old car, so I don't have an auto setting.
Yeah.
It's like, is it dark enough yet to turn the lights on? Are we putting it all the way up? Are we putting it halfway? Yeah, it's a stress.
That was a good tangent, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a very good tangent.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to this week's podcast. If you want to find any more of us, check the links down below. Anything to add, Shay?
I don't think so. It was a very good podcast. Good tangent we had there at the end. I quite enjoyed that bit.
Nothing about tech, but...
Check out my YouTube channel, though. That has tech in it. I play video games.
Yeah, and it has more tangents.
Yeah, so many more. Yeah.
If you want more like that, check out Shay's YouTube channel. Unfortunately, I don't feature on it yet.
We will get you on at some point. Don't you worry. You'll be the first special guest.
Special guest.
Damn right.
See yous.
Bye.